bienvenue sur notre chaîne. C'est un grand plaisir de vous revoir cette fois-ci avec notre 9e leçon. Aujourd'hui, nous allons voir comment dire l'heure en français. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's a great pleasure to see you again today with our 9th lesson. So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you how to tell the time in French using the 24 hours clock. And I'm gonna give you some tips. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you also some vocabulary related to telling time in French. So don't leave the video in between, watch it till the end. It is going to give you more and more vocabulary and will help you also to prepare your DELF exam. If you are watching me for the first time, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel to not to miss any of my coming video. Let's get started. So first of all, the question is if you are going to ask time, then what will you say? In English you say, what time is it? In French you say, quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? I repeat it. In English you are saying, what time is it? In French you say, quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? Right? So time is a feminine word, and when you are going to say the time, then you use une heure for 1 hour. You say une heure, right? So let's get started. If you want to say it is 1 o'clock, it is 1 o'clock. So how will you say in French? Il est 1 heure. Il est 1 heure, right? Il est 1 heure for 1 o'clock. Let's carry on. If it is 2 o'clock, then you say il est 2 heures. Il est 2 heures. And then don't forget to add an S at the end of heure when it is on written, because it is already plural. So you will add an S at the end. Now it is 3 o'clock. What you will say? Il est 3 heures. Il est 3 heures. And it is 4 o'clock. Then you will say il est 4 heures. Il est 4 heures. If it is 5 o'clock, then you say il est 5 heures. Il est 5 heures. If it is 6 o'clock, then you say il est 6 heures. Il est 6 heures. If it is 7 o'clock, then you say il est 7 heures. Il est 7 heures. If it is 8 o'clock, then you say il est 8 heures. Il est 8 heures. If it is 9 o'clock, then you say il est 9 heures. Il est 9 heures. If it is 10 o'clock, then you say il est 10 heures. Il est 10 heures. If it is 11 o'clock, then you say il est 11 heures. Il est 11 heures. If it is 12 o'clock, then you say, what you say? You don't say, you can say il est 12 heures, but you can say also il est midi, if it is noon time, right? Il est midi, if it is noon time. And if it is 12 midnight, then you say il est minuit. Il est minuit. Remember the difference in between 12 noon and midnight. For noon time, you will say il est midi. And for midnight, you will say il est minuit. Right? So, as I told you, we are going to use the 24 hours clock. So, now for, if you are going to say it is 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Okay, in English we are using AM and PM, but in French you are going to use 24 hours clock. So for 1 p.m., what will you say? Il est 13 heures. Il est 13 heures. For 2 p.m., what you say? Il est 14 heures. Il est 14 heures. For 3 p.m., you will say, il est 15 heures. Il est 15 heures. For 4 p.m., you will say, il est 16 heures. Il est 16 heures. For 5 p.m., you will say, il est 17 heures. Il est 17 heures. For 6 p.m., you will say, il est 18 heures. Il est 18 heures. For 7 p.m., you will say, il est 19 heures. Il est 19 heures. For 8 p.m., you will say, il est 20 heures. Il est 20 heures. And for 9 p.m., you will say, il est 21 heures. 21 heures. Il est 21 heures. And for 10 p.m., you will say, il est 22 heures. Il est 22 heures. And for 11 p.m., you will say, il est 23 heures. Il est 23 heures. And for 12 p.m., for midnight, as I told you earlier, you will say, il est minuit, right? Il est minuit. Okay, I'm going to give you an example about how to use half past, right? So, for an example, if it is half past 1, right? If it is half past 1 in the morning, then you say, il est 1h30 du matin. Il est 1h30 du matin. There is no need to say also du matin if we are using 24 hours clock, so you can only say il est 1h30. Or you could say il est 1h30. Il est 1h30, right? So that is the way that you say half past. And I give another example. If it is half past 5 in the morning, then you say il est 5h30. Il est 5h30. Or you could say il est 5h30. Il est 5h30. If it is morning hour, if you want to precise it, then you say il est 5h30 du matin. Morning means matin, right? But as we are using 24 hours clock, so it will be clear. If it is evening hour, then it will be 17h30. It is 17h30, or you could say il est 17h30. Right? I think it is clear now. Now we are going to give example about how to use quarter past. Quarter past means écart. Écart. So how will you use it in example? I give one example. If it is quarter past 2, then you will say il est 2h15. Il est 2h15 for. And if it is afternoon hour, as we are using 24 hours clock, so you say il est 14h15. Il est 14h15, or you could say il est 14h15. Il est 14h15. So now we are going to use quarter to. What you say quarter to in French? Moins le quart. Moins le quart. So how we will use it in an example? I'm giving you a few examples again. Suppose it is quarter to 5. Quarter to 5 means 4:45, right? 4:45. So if it is 4:45 a.m., then what you say? Il est 4h45. Il est 4h45. Or you could say il est 5h moins le quart. Il est 5h moins le quart. Right? So that is clear that is morning hour. And if it is evening hour, then you say il est 17h moins le quart. Il est 17h moins le quart. Or you could say il est 16h45. Il est 16h45. So I think these examples are enough. So now I'm going to give you some tips on telling time in French. Keep in mind that the foundation of telling time in French is first knowing by heart the French numbers. It depends 100% on that. If you don't know French numbers, then you will not be able to tell the time in French. So make sure you learn your previous lesson. You can see it in my previous video. And the second tips is keep in mind that mostly we are using 24 hours clock to tell the time in French. We are not going to use AM and PM as in English, but we are going to use 24 hours clock. Now I'm going to give you some vocabulary related to telling time in French, right? So our today's vocabulary, first of all, is time means what? Time means l'heure, as I tell you in the starting. Time means l'heure, and time is a feminine word, so you will use une heure for 1 hour, right? Now our second vocabulary is, what will you say morning in French? Matin. Morning means matin. Third vocabulary, if it is noon. If it is noon, then how will you say in French? Midi. Midi. If it is afternoon, then how will you say in French? Après-midi. Après-midi. If it is evening, then how will you say in French? Soir. Soir. If it is night, then how will you say in French? La nuit. La nuit. If it is midnight, then how will you say in French? Minuit. Minuit. If we are going to tell half past, then you say et demi. Et demi. If you are going to say quarter past, then you say écart. Écart. T, which is at the end, is silent. And if you are going to say quarter to, then you will say moins le quart. Moins le quart. Remember, T is silent, which is at the last. So I hope that this video will be helpful for you, useful for you, and will help you to prepare your DELF exam. I hope to see you in my next video. For the time being, see you. Bye bye. Take care. Au revoir et à très bientôt.